Now we're going to talk about manage policies. Here we're going to talk about how the user policies are a set of settings that can be configured specifically per policy group. For example, you can have a group for managers, and that group of managers are going to have a 10 gigabyte space on my files. You can also have a group for limited accounts, and the limited accounts that you add to that group, you're going to, for example, enable two-factor authentication if you have that option enabled on your license. And also you're going to decide who is the global default policy. That means every account that it's created, it's going to be by default land under this policy. And there are different settings and things that you can do here, but let's first take a look at the general user interface. In here, you can edit the policy. You can copy to a different one. Let's say you have already configured some settings on the global default policy and you want to migrate it to a different group, but just make a few changes. You can copy it and create it with a different name. Other thing that here you can do is you can manage which users or which groups of users are part of the policy group. And in here you can decide which users you want to add to this group and which ones you want to remove. And finally, you can delete the policy groups if you're no longer needing it. One thing to note here is that by default, you are going to find two policy groups. You will see a global default policy group and a team folder policy group. This is just for managing the permissions for the team folder policy user, and this is for the majority of your users. If you decide to use another or other groups of policy groups, you can create them here and manage it from there.